Man talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Every discussion from experience, and hopefully within it delivers some deliverance. It's all facts and opinionated, from the west where that real spit originated. Brothers truly trying to save a soul, provoke thought so we can really designate a goal. We on that grown man scribble, the ball in our court with command on the dribble. This is something that'll help us show, cause it's something that'll help us grow. We see exactly what the people need. Now welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Learn to listen when it's grown man talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown man talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Spitt'n Pollaseedz.
What up? Y'all know what it is? Y'all know what day it is.
What's today?
What's today?
Spitt'n Pollaseedz Day.
It's Spitt'n Pollaseedz Day. And you know what else it is? It's bring your fiance to the show day. I see two fiancés in the building. But we're gonna get started with everybody. I'm sure the people that are responsible for them being here at the same time, I would say what's going on. It was a conspiracy or something, but we'll find out later. Trevor!
Yeah, I mean,
How was your week?
I had a good week. I'm having an awesome week. We had it was a very edifying week, and I'm looking into what's going to be a very, very awesome weekend. I will be here Saturday. I'm taking Saturday off, and I'm going to spend some.
Where are you going Saturday?
We're going to ball.
We have the championship.
Yeah, championship.
Yeah, come on.
Is it the morning time ball? Not either. It's another guy. But it's what we're going to ball. We get dressed up. We want to look nice and represent all of us in black elegance in the midst of what may not seem to be a sea of us. So you're going to be, but they're going to see us.
Yeah, he's going to put police on his back. And he's going to carry the whole country.
I'm going to have a nice ball time. I see I'm going to be accommodated by one awesome one. So,
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. How was your weekend thus far? And how are you looking forward to your work week? Oh, busy. Well, I'm very impressed.
No, I'm looking for the music.
Yeah. That's a one. Okay.
Hey man, I'm living swell. Like L said, man. Great things, man. Like I had the chance to play. Play active out here,
Man, come on.
Jackie
We gotta
Robinson
Day.
Day.
This guy.
Yeah.
I seen you in scroll, but I didn't, they didn't.
It was shown in the theater. I mean in the ballpark. On the theater. Yeah, exactly. So it was dope. A lot of opportunities coming up, man. A lot of hard work. Sometimes you don't even see it; it just comes to fruition. You know what I mean? Just do the work, man. Even like some days you just be like, man, I don't know where it's coming from, but Lord, I'm saying, Lord, I need it.
Yes, sir.
It's assumed we always got it. You're supposed to look like we always got it.
Yeah.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's a great week, man. Glad to be here with you guys, man, and be healthy and alive. And, you know what I mean? Celebrate life. Really celebrate.
Yeah, it's still good. I was moving.
Well, how was your
something? Yeah, I was calming down the gallery over there.
Oh, okay.
They was getting a little rowdy.
Hey,
My week
wave
is
over here.
we're recording.
great. My week has been great thus far. I'm looking for the rest of it. And we're excited about this show.
Hey, man.
And meeting our guests.
Yeah.
I know y'all see
No, they ain't
beautiful
seen
woman Did they see?
Oh,
They
yeah,
had
they
see
see
it.
it. Yeah,
I know y'all see this beautiful
Yeah.
woman amongst us. So,
Her name is Ariana Shalee. She's the first entertainment recording artist. Just a dope person though. Come from a dope family. She has a dope perspective. And oftentimes we talk about things and dealing with relationships and the culture and where they are. And this is a good way that we can see if we're even reaching the youth. Or if our perspectives are off, or some things they deal with we may not be privy to. So this is a good way. I think we had a great conversation in the studio the other day, just organic and it just flowed. And it's like, should be a good guest to come on and we get like, don't take it easy. You know, let's have the conversation we normally have. You know what I mean?
You sure?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're probably not cool, so I don't really know.
They don't know me.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, you can see. Yep, he wanted his shoes in the shop.
Yeah, you got it.
To let you know that his sweater.
Keep our engineer, man. He's great.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ariana Shalee. How you doing, Ari?
Oh my God. I'm blessed. I'm so excited to be here. And I'm ready for any all the conversations you guys have. Like boss, well, I call him boss man. EP to y'all.
Yeah.
I love for everybody to pick my brain. Our last session, I didn't have the opportunity to have my brain picked like that often. So he was like, yeah, so I'm like, well, I'm here. So I'm here. I'm ready to converse with you guys, learn, listen. All these stuff.
Let's start with this. Let's start with what was really interesting to me is what did your mom teach you as a young woman?
My mom instilled in me from when I was able to comprehend to be the black man's number one cheerleader. That is something I hear, like, if not every day, every Sunday. Just because she is fully aware of what black men go through, and just her spirit alone, outside of color, is very nurturing. So to add to that, to nurture and cater to the black man, that's something she instilled in me from the jump. And I always thought that was important because I always see the opposite of that in media nowadays. So it's a really good and interesting thing to discover in my children what that actually means to myself and to the outside world.
Well, I'm gonna say that. You just concluded the show. That was a real fantastic show. So we can go ahead and wrap the show up now, or
Thank you so much for having me.
Me and Kevin can get off and just go ahead and the what you said kind of is something that a lot of men would dream of. Even in the midst of you saying that, you can see the reaction of some of the guys and fellow hosts on the show that, like, that comes from a younger generation. You could say that and to lead the conversation with that. That says a lot, and it also gives us some hope that people in your generation would spread that kind of about us as collective. And that was awesome. I mean, I applaud you embracing what your mom taught you.
Yeah, I think it's important because like my generation we're like so much. So to spread that, it is part of my responsibility because I don't have these conversations often or much. So I do have a responsibility, but it is important to see someone eliminate this, eliminate that. It's just like, okay, because I got to call you out too. You know, my mom watching.
Try that. I know if it's gonna work.
Your mom watching?
She watching on a flight. She's faithful. She's on her way to Venice.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm gonna get
Not the
that.
No, not the one past week.
Oh, okay.
Venice, Italy.
Venice Beach. She on her way to Venice Beach.
Yeah. She has a presentation.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow, it's great. I was like,
Shit, I was very or Van Ness.
right.
But man. I mean, I like I said, I just it's hard out here, man. A lot of men, you know, we fight every day. You know, even if you're not prepared, it doesn't matter. We have to fight for everything that we get and to be loved and respected and treated from the home. That's what keeps us going. You know, it helps. You know, because we already know what we are doing. You know, we hear that condition of our life. You know, this is not easy until we really just hurt. So, and I'm a little to you like this. Going to express that. I got two sons. You know, so
Now,
That's
let's,
on the spot. Well, that actually brings me to what we talked about last week.
Yeah, that's the win.
I actually put dating on a hard pause. A hard pause, but I followed it up with I don't need to date right now, but I don't have to hate.
That's
The bitterness
can I?
the moment you said that, I thought about it. And I want to give you kind of like, good morning, Jeff. Good morning, you about that.
No, it was probably the same thing. It was like, why are you doing that? And tell us your age. And did you already say it?
No, I'm 5 years old.
Okay, so
Mhm.
so the audience knows
Yes.
how old you are, and you put dating on pause for how long?
What, 7 months?
So
It's
far.
been a minute, but I put it on pause because my experiences have just been super boo boo, and I just didn't want to get to a place where I just deemed all men shitty. You know, I'm a very like bubbly, happy person, and I just found myself like my spirit was getting vexed by certain situations that I just felt consumed too much of me. But I'm not bitter at the same time, so it's not like say a man were to approach me, walk into my car, and I'm not gonna be rude to him. You know, like no, I'm not looking for no man right now, whatever. It's definitely not that. But some of my experiences, they're just challenging because I grew up in a very loving home. I was always spoken life was always spoken into me. And like I was telling boss man, like I was always told how talented I was, how cool I was, how pretty I was, how nice and genuine I was. And I didn't experience challenges with what I knew until I started dating. I didn't know what insecure was until I started dating. I'm like, wow, this actually kind of sucks because this isn't what I grew up with. So my family isn't perfect, but in that area of uplifting, that's definitely the foundation of who I am. So once I realized like this isn't really aligning with my foundation, I was like, we just gonna put this on pause.
Can I?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Trev. Yeah. When you said that, to me, it showed a different degree of compartmentalizing your feelings and your emotions and things that are the way they are, and you took it for what it was. So when you were able to say that, what was the phrase again? It keeps slipping my mind. Just because I'm not date don't mean I have to hate.
Right.
And I was like, okay, that right there showed me some maturity and also gave me some hope into our future with young people. And if more younger people had that mentality of I don't have to hate, because it seems as though some of the things that we see from an older generation looking at the younger generation, it's almost kind of like you guys are at a lose-lose situation in general. But I also do know and believe that there are some awesome young individuals in your age bracket, let's say, or even in your dating range that, you know, gives or deems some hope to us. And
I think so too.
Yeah.
They're out there. I ain't found them yet, but they out there.
Oh yeah, that's a very good perspective to have.
Who do you get advice from when you're talking about dating? Just your mom, your dad, or?
You know, I actually don't talk to my mom about dating. Sorry, mom. I'm very private with my love life. I just take the advice I get in general of what it means to be a woman and then just apply it to my dating life. But my family, they don't know who I'm dating. They don't know my love life. And
well, I think that's where you're making a mistake.
You think so?
To be honest.
How so?
Yeah. Because if your dad has a little foresight on what, you know, so you don't get the shitty guys, right? So you bring them around him. He could tell you, or you don't have to go through all that. He could tell you, nah, that dude ain't going. That one ain't gonna work right there.
Well, let me stop you right there because my dad has gone on to heaven, but he was a hood nigga. So
well, I'm okay.
Give it up for hood niggas.
Let's give it up because I think that's where I went wrong. The first man you fall in love with is your dad or your brother.
That's true.
So I like hood niggas. I do. I really do. And it just
it is right there.
It hasn't worked out for me. It really hasn't. And actually, my first project, my very first EP I put out, it was about like 7 songs. All of that was about one person, and he was a hood nigga for real. And I didn't tell my mom who it was or what it was about till after the project release and until I signed with him. So my family really don't know what's going on, but that's probably where it derives from.
Okay, and my condolences on your dad.
I appreciate that. It's all good.
But I think you need to find maybe an uncle or
she got the
older
boss
brother.
Man. She got the boss,
boss man.
I'm listening. Where that person can give you some insight on
she got the
how men are, and then you can start fishing in the right pond or dive in the right pond so they can catch you. You know what I mean?
Or align yourself in the right alignment to where you can be where you can be found.
You put in the right rooms.
I'm very much paying attention to her life. You know what I mean? When she gets ready to, I'm more than willing to lend just some opinion, but like it has to be organic. But
definitely,
I can tell, as you can tell, she's very mature, and the type matters heavily.
Of course.
Because with the certain type that you find yourself attracted to, there's certain things that come with that.
Hell yeah.
So in a sense, we're setting ourselves up for some things that we want a different ending, and we know that they're not even available to even supply those things that we actually need. Yeah. So it starts there.
Yeah, definitely.
but go ahead.
My biggest thing is how long do you wait? You know, you get in. It's almost like you get young women that are focused on their careers, and they're not focused on what in their prime years. You should be focused on finding a nice gentleman, possibly getting married, possibly having children. And in these years that you can wait. You put dating on pause till you're 40, and then the eggs are dried up and. You have a less chance of
nigga.
I mean, it's a good point. I don't know where I see myself unpausing it, but that's definitely a good point because I'm not trying to die alone.
Okay.
I don't know. I got to talk to God about that one.
Yeah.
It will remind me to pray on that on Sunday.
Yeah. I'm just saying because you're in that prime fertile stage that they say women are when they. I'm biologically. I'm just.
No, math and science is my favorite subject. So you right on. You spot on. I don't know. I think marriage and a family is something I do see in my future, but I'm traumatized. Like
how so?
Because
therapy.
Well, he was traumatized too, so he just got over it recently.
But
that's why he just got engaged.
Yeah,
I think there's beauty in that too because. I love my mom's husband and they're newly married. And he is like the perfect man that I could see myself marrying. But I didn't discover that till my mom been married for 3 years now. And so, I witnessed it get better later on in life, as opposed to sooner than later. Well, I saw it later than sooner.
Yeah. But you got some men out here that's raising decent, dudes. And I'm not co-signing for mine, but
it sounds like it.
All 3 of these brothers can tell you because they look at them as uncles. Mm-hmm. Just like you said earlier, you was attracted to street niggas. Yeah. That's not how I'm raising them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The respect, all the things that you're saying. That's what I teach them. Mm-hmm. I had to break the cycle for as street nigga. But they know, they're familiar. They about the streets and shit like that, but that's not who they are. The oldest one, he's working on his career. So, and just like you were saying, putting it on pause. I mean,
just pass her their resume.
Well, just
yeah,
no. I was gonna say
that
no.
was a shameless plug for
No, it's not a plug.
That
No.
was a shameless plug for my offspring.
Well, first of all,
and
I mean, just give
First of
her
all,
their number.
no, because she said she on pause. She says she's on pause from dating. But what I'm saying is, imagine our young men linking up with our young women that think like her, even for them being friends, having a circle. You know what I'm saying? So it's not because she may not be they handsome dudes, but I'll show you a picture after the show.
Okay, so thanks for getting that out of the way, because that was in the back of my head. I'm like, I hope you don't look like Norbit.
No. I mean, all you gotta do is look at daddy, and so
We off to a
like they
great
said,
start.
that apple don't fall far from the tree. But I'm looking at.
Go ahead and plug your sons up there. Go ahead on.
I'm looking at more of our young people coming together and being able to, because we got to change the narrative that's out here about the way our young people are moving.
Yeah.
And I challenge them all the time, and I tell them, you guys are the one that's going to have to change the narrative of all the bullshit that's going on right now. So, you see what I'm saying? So I look at it that way. Not just, it don't always have to be a relationship for as boyfriend, girlfriend. It can be a brotherhood, sisterhood, and y'all, look out for one another, or pick up the phone. What's wrong, Monica? Am I talking too long? Oh, okay.
They need
So
refills.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Everybody. You got some decent young people out here still that's trying to really do something.
Yeah,
You know.
I respect that. If I can speak on behalf of like the women that didn't put it on pause and just eliminate it and may go gay or something. I don't know. Not everybody's like me. I think everyone's tolerance is or a lot smaller than mine. A lot of people's level of patience is a lot lower. And like you said, if we don't have these environments, it's just like you just left to figure it out in your own bitter realm or whatever.
So let me ask you this: what are some of the I would say some of the top 3 complications or issues that you have in general with the dating scene, or the issues that clash between male and female in your generation right now? The top 3 you would say.
I actually made a list, and it's not a long list. It's actually 3. I watch Girlfriends a lot. It's a comfort show for me. And one episode they had was a list. Like, do you have a guy that fits your list? And like hiccups I run into: men have short temper, they're lazy, and not patient. And those are things that conflict with who I am as a person. And nobody's perfect, so there are going to be things that you just have to like be willing to deal with someone. But in like a common denominator in all of my dealings with men is a lack of patience, and they just get angry so quick. And then because my mom taught me to be patient, sometimes I'm too patient, and there's like an enablement factor, and it clouds your judgment to stay and thug it out, or to know your worth and just move on. And it's a constant battle, because just like, I'm 25, I don't think I should be thugging it out with this dude because I'm a patient woman. But then contrary to that, it's like, okay, nobody's perfect, and everybody has their downfalls, but in my dealings, they're all struggling with that.
I want to talk to you like you, my daughter. I have a daughter that's 28, right?
Okay.
It's a phenomenal woman, right? I'm gonna give, just like he got a shameless plug on his seeds. I'm gonna
Y'all
give
keep
one.
saying shameless. You see what was going?
No, but
a bow. Hell yeah, y'all know me.
Can I ask you, like, what type of men are you? What the age ranges? Are they your age? Are they older? Because you even said something about thugging it out. I think you're caught up in this thug thing, right? You already said it, but even your language was like, "Oh, I'm thugging it out." And I want to know. You say they're older. How older are these men? How much older than you?
Sorry, we had to transfer. They're always like 30 and older. I dated one guy who was my age, It didn't work out. He was from another country. It didn't work out.
Where was he from?
I believe.
UK.
Oh,
Okay.
He was from the UK.
Okay.
Pardon? Oh, but yeah, no, I've dated older, and when I tried my age, it just didn't work out.
didn't work.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think men naturally your age is ready for
Not-
what you may be
not
looking
aware.
for. Normally on the normal occasion,
Mhm.
it's like 30, 35. They may be ready for what you're seeking.
Mhm.
So I'm just saying that in one of the things may be like, hey, I'm not gonna date no guy that's you. I'm talking about you.
Mhm.
Not gonna date no guy that's my age
I agree.
because they're still we haven't baked in the oven long enough. We come out ready around 35.
Yeah, and that's where the level of understanding comes from. That's why I don't charge things to people's heart. I just be like, you still finding yourself. You just can't find yourself with me. Sorry.
Oh, that's a bar.
It is a bar. I'm
That's
an
a
artist.
bar.
I'm just at that phase.
Let's see, and I listen to, so I'm really getting hood from you because of your song. Even your song. what is the song?
I'm telling you, it's in me. I'm a very classy person, but it's in me. That's just who I am. It's what I come from. It's an ism.
So you know the thing about attraction. So if you're exuding that, what do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. I'm addicted, not addicted to it in like I can't let it go, but it's what I come from. And then I got to choose my words wisely. I pay attention to my mom. My mom doesn't like raggedy hoodlums, but her husband, my stepdad, he get down. My dad, he got down. So
Can you enlighten the folks when you say get down? What do you mean by that?
When I say get down, it's like I gravitated toward that because there's a level of protection that comes with that. And like anytime my stepdad is around, like I know I'm good 1,000%. Right. And that's how I've always felt around my brother, my brothers. I'm the only girl. I'm the youngest. So you may be sensing that ism because, I just grew up around a lot of testosterone. But that level of protection is what I've really liked. And it's all I know. I never had like a bow tie. I've never had examples like you guys. It's just always been
hood. Because I'm not gonna say who, but one of the four of us was a hood dude, Mm-hmm. But
and we shall not glorify the hood.
Shit, she does. Why not? Because a lot of they say don't nothing good come from the hood. They're a damn lie.
I know. I love the hood. I love the hood. Pros and cons to everything.
You can be from the hood and not of the hood. I'm not going to denounce
I'm born and raised in Compton, but I don't claim no what we're talking about right now. Mm-hmm. I don't claim no hood. You know what I mean? Even though I was born and raised there,
meaning gang. Let's just
meaning
call it
gangs.
But
I'm from the streets, exactly. Whatever. See, we often glamorize it, and it is a false sense of like protection. Like if this guy is gang banging, you automatically think this dude is the hardest dude on the planet.
Well, I never liked gang bangers. I've never dated a gang banger, like an active dude that'll just throw up a hood at McDonald's. That's a little ignorant to me. Mm-hmm. To each his own. But that when I say hood dudes, like I've always dated hood dudes that grew up in the hood and like their family come from whatever set.
Struggle.
Yeah.
And
so I've never dated a gangbanger ever in my life.
And like said, Compton, Irv Watt.
Yeah, I grew up in Compton.
Trev,
I'm from Compton. So
Belize have hoods too. So
we all throw up Belize, Trevor. Throw up Belize good, Trevor.
We all.
Yeah, it's just some rice. Just grab some rice and throw it up in there. Belize rice and peas.
So you right. No, we all come, and because I'm proud of where I come from.
I agree.
We I come up in. I still call South Central. But of course, they changed the name, and I was South LA. But I know exactly what you
Bro, a lot comes from that. We have an intuition that we can read certain things. So it does, like you said, it doesn't mean that you have to be active.
Right.
I grew up in the Jordan Downs from 5 years old to 20 years old. So there's certain things that I can just sense. Hey, bro, it's time to go.
Absolutely.
Or I can I can thrive in any
Yep.
atmosphere, from the hood to, you already know, from the hood to the boardroom to Congress to everywhere.
Yeah, because
it's just you grow up and you have the sense of, because you had to survive.
Right. And that's not in the book.
It ain't in the book.
You got to experience it for yourself.
And that's the ism I speak on. Like, you know, not everybody has that. And that is
something that's refined. You want something that's refined.
Right.
Yeah.
So in dating guys like that, you have some pros and cons. Share with you the pros and cons, and then also share, do you think, or could you see yourself ending up with someone that is from the hood or of the hood?
Yeah.
Different, and for different reasons.
I'll share the cons first because I like to end on a good note. The cons, like a lot of hood dudes, I feel like they chase money, and it's a distraction because I feel like you miss out on the finer things because you grew up in the hood. So it's just hustle, 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 hustle. And that was a con for me because I'm a hustler too, but I don't let money consume me. And another con is they're too comfortable in the struggle. Like a lot of men I've dealt with I love creatives. So I've always gravitated towards men that can like have really cool ideas or, you know, whatever the case may be. And they don't want to accept help because they're too caught up in the struggle. That ego comes into play. And it's just like I ain't a nigga that's going to accept no help. I'm going to just do it myself. And you end up in the same position after a year because of that ego and that stubbornness. And that's just something I've noticed with dating men from the hood. And then a pro, I believe, is actually, I don't got a lot of pros. It's just a level of protection. I like the way they look. I do. They always clean cut, white tee, dress simple. And that's just a West Coast thing for me. West Coast has always been very simple, you know, a simple aesthetic. But to answer your question, I definitely can see myself ending up with one.
Cano, you need to get some white tees up in here, brother.
Clean cut, waves, white tee, you know, that's just, but it's what I know. And then I'm not stubborn in that same breath. So if I end up with an engineer that works at SpaceX, cool beans. Like, it is what it is. But my preference is that, you know.
Yeah.
You like them a little edgy.
Yeah, I like a little texture.
Let's get out the hood reference. You like them a little edgy, a little rough around the edges.
Yeah.
Maybe need a little sandpaper. You know what I mean? Smooth them out a little bit.
Yeah, I do. I really do like that.
And with the enlightenment come the smoothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You introduce them to certain things and it kind of works out.
Yeah, I can see myself. I mean, if it works out, it works out. But, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
So I think the main thing is know what you're looking for. I'm talking to you like I'm talking to my daughter. Is know really what you're looking for and what you are willing to help him do. Because it's
Great
like
point.
You gotta really see he gotta make you believe in his vision that you will, okay, I'm riding with you. Let's go. Whether that's edgy, whether he has some charisma, he probably don't have no gang, whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
And I think as men have to be made.
Really?
You guys, women, I'm talking about when I say women, you guys are born with your beauty. Would you say you were born with that, right? So men have to make themselves. So it is and I'm glad you feel that way. It is a stronger struggle for men to really make themselves out in this world, right?
Yeah.
Women, they have it. You can go get on a yacht just because of your beauty. I have to have some type of money, success
Status.
to be able to get on that yacht. You can just look good in a bathing suit and just go get on it.
I struggle with what stages are you in of being made, because, and this is like a genuine question, it's not rhetorical, because what I struggle with is like, what point is enablement and what point is support? You know, that's something I struggle with a lot. It's just like, okay, I'm here to support you, I'm here to ride with you, but you know, if the ride not going nowhere, what am I supposed to do?
You're not supposed to get on that ride.
And that's what I struggle with, deciphering when to hop in and when to just let it keep going.
So I think one of the main things that I pray for even, and I implore everybody to pray for it, is a level of discernment. So once you figure out what you want, you know you have a target. Like, I want this type of guy. I want him to be able to support me. I want him to be able to not allow me to work. I want all of these things from this type of gentleman. And then you can't go in a 5-mile radius and find that type of gentleman. It'd be slim pickings.
I agree.
So you have to, and this is
it's
all about being in the right environment.
Mm-hmm.
You have to cast your net on the other side.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I do believe that
And on the other side, I'm not talking about others.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about others.
Thank you. We're not talking about that.
We're just talking about a different class and a different level.
Yeah, I believe in time you would know it.
I agree.
And you know, you don't have to be in a rush. You still young. So it definitely wouldn't push you to jump out there. You doing what you need to do for you positioning yourself.
Absolutely.
And that guy, he's going to come in and it's gonna uplift and be everything that you're looking for. So
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
As soon as you send her
No.
The resume.
No.
Let me read this comment real
ahead.
quick. We got a comment. A good man is being a good man intentionally. It didn't develop by accident. Ladies, please know he should not be taken for granted. Blessings.
Mm-hmm. What was you saying?
Yeah.
I was saying that. Yeah, she'll know as soon as you send your son's resume.
But my thing is like this. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Just like we want good men around our daughters. It's the same thing when it comes to your boys. You want good women around your sons. You know what I'm saying? So everything is, every situation is not a boyfriend, girlfriend. But if you have that friend, like I said, a brotherhood, sisterhood, someone that thinks like you, you can see, like, I know he's just itching. He didn't set up in his seat.
Come on, be real, Kev.
No, I'm serious.
I mean, you can say, but young men, they want to do what? They want to smash. So all his friends with benefits.
I'm glad.
It's not as
it doesn't stay platonic for long.
I'm not gonna honestly,
and it won't.
Wait,
you know what I mean? If you're trying to hook your sons up,
hold on, fella.
Don't try to.
He said, "Let's get straight."
Hold on, no. But see, that's what.
Don't even pussyfoot around it.
Can I tell?
Just give your son the resume.
Swallowed.
If she like him, she gonna give him the job.
No,
right?
no. Because honestly, it's both of them. It's day and night. Now the young one, that's a little. He different than his older brother. But Kev, I'm telling you, that dude, the young one pick on him because he don't move the same way. You see what I'm saying? So Kev, and just like with his career, he's working on his career. He want to be established before he take on a relationship. Now the other one, yeah.
He finds it.
But hey, they, it's the yin to the yang. But no, it's not always,
So in general, do you think that your generation want to have relationships or just want to hook up?
I think they want to
expand on that.
I believe they want to hook up, and I hate blaming everything on media, but your environment is everything. So if you always on your phone, always on your computer, and you see the latest BBL, the latest baddie or whatever, you just gonna want to chase that. I think we like the idea of love and marriage, but like in reality, that's not really what's happening. And to his point, I have a lot of male friends. I think I have more male friends than female friends, and only 2 of my friends I could really call my brothers never flirted with me, never looked at me weird, never tried anything. And all my homies, they take care of me. Like when we go out, we don't pay for anything, we're protected, whatever, but they still trying to, do a little ism if the opportunity presents itself. So it's just like, it's done in vain, in my opinion.
Okay, 2 questions. Who do you think cheat more, Men or women, especially in your generation?
Women.
That's been in our generation too.
Women.
In our generation too.
Yeah.
What?
Women don't get caught.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Women are very sneaky and they're very good at it. Women cheat a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you doing next Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Women cheat a lot. I didn't mean to make the answer so vague and
No, it's true.
No,
what you spitting is true.
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of men miss it because men have intuition too, but we're just not tapped in like women are. I'm tapped in to my shit. So if I feel that you're cheating, 9 times out of 10, that's what you're doing.
Next question. What do you think are the top 2 things that men want in a relationship or marriage?
What do I think are the top 2 things men want in a relationship or marriage? I don't know. I feel like men say they just want somebody to hold them down. Action often. You know what the action is. But when you get that, they still step out. So honestly, I don't know what men want in a relationship or marriage. I would love to have some insight because I've never had that answer in like from the horse's mouth. I always hear it on other podcasts or like third-hand information. I don't know.
Well, you were at the right place at the right time.
Good answer. Do you think that men and women can just be friends? I know you talked earlier about some of the guys that were in your group, but the opportunity presents itself or whatever. But do you think that do you think it's possible and realistic?
I do.
What do you think of the percentage rate of that?
Oh, a very low percentage because I grew up around a lot of men. So I have a lot of male friends. So let's just say out of my 20 homies, I got 2 homies that don't look at me that way.
Are they heterosexual?
Yes.
No.
They're very straight, very manly.
They're waiting in the wings.
They ain't shown it yet.
Yeah, they're good.
So how important do you think is a person's emotional IQ?
And when you say emotional IQ, dissect that a little bit more.
Okay, let's say someone has an understanding of when to gauge and compartmentalize what they're going through in a certain circumstance, an issue or situation, not being able to carry over what they've been through in their past into the future. And the reason why I ask is because these are some of the questions that I'm asking you is from some previous shows, right? Okay. But it seems as though that you've already gotten to a certain point and have a certain mentality to where, like, you know what? You've kind of answered the question, but kind of low-key want you to expand on it because we would love to hear, and it is refreshing to hear from someone from your generation speak so eloquently and thoroughly about their perspective, and we need that.
I think emotional IQ is really important. Just from a personal perspective, it's something I'm developing myself because I don't express my emotions to anyone outside of, music or a creative realm. I have experienced men being overly emotional, and I don't know if I wasn't in a space to receive that or if it was just too much. And then I have dealt with men where, like when I told you that project, my very first project was about one person. I couldn't get anything out of him. But I think emotional IQ is important. And I think the balance and reading the room is really, really important because, like, if I'm married and like my man just came home from a long day of work and I had a bad day, like I'm gonna pick the right opportunity to express myself because I may not be in a space or he may not be in a space to receive what I'm going through or vice versa. So 25. I think balance is important with emotional intelligence or emotional IQ. That's what you're saying.
We have a question.
Two statements.
A couple of questions that I want to address.
Yeah.
But while we're addressing that, I want you to think about what do you think about brothers that are dating overseas? Because you are a woman that had dated overseas.
Yeah,
UK.
yeah, I did.
So now we want you to expand on what you think about brothers doing that. But before we go into that, Urban,
you want to read this? I mean, you talking? Go ahead and read it.
Okay. Big up to the men that are doing it and breaking the cycle and stereotypes with their kids. Yes, the narrative needs to be changed. You are great examples of pouring your experiences and wisdom into the others.
Thank you, Lori, for that statement.
Lori,
that was from Lori.
Yeah. And it was another one right behind that one, Keith. If you can put it up. Kimberly, yeah.
Oh,
Kimberly.
you can read that one. That's your mom.
Kimberly, shout out to this beautiful lady. We need young ladies to be open to accept sound advice from the upstanding men in our community. They also need to stay away from their toxic friends. Oh, that's so important. I do tell my mom a lot of my toxic friends. I think bad relationships can derail you intimately or not. Bad friendships can ruin a good thing with, a guy. So I just wanted to make sure I touched on that before the comment went away. I think it's really important to not always have somebody yapping in your ear because they're your friend.
All right.
And go to the guys, the upstanding men, and, talk to them more. That's why when you said, maybe your dad or your uncles or whatever, I don't do that. And I'm sure if I were to go to the upstanding men in my life, they would give me very sound advice. It's just something that I have to grow into. Definitely. For sure.
Yeah. That toxic friend thing, advice is definitely, I only deal with my toxic friends once a week.
Once a week?
What day is that?
Oh, Wednesday.
It's not Wednesday though.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely not Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Right.
There was a question you asked. Sorry.
Oh, about the overseas.
Oh yeah, overseas. I don't know why men are dating overseas, but me and EP had this conversation. Like,
it's the opposite. The reason why is the opposite of what you believe and what you're trying to do, far as when it comes to black men.
Explain to me.
Because women seem to be more traditional overseas than women here.
Yeah,
we have women here that are not like how your mom is teaching you. We have women here that are about themselves.
Right.
They have become independent. They preach the independent feminist ideology, and that doesn't help. They don't need us anymore. So we go where we're needed and wanted.
And they're expressing
they're
expressing that they don't need us.
Yeah.
It's gotten that bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
And if they do choose us, you have to make over $100,000.
Yeah. And buy them a Birkin bag every quarter.
It's about $200,000 now.
Oh, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I think it was $100,000 some years ago.
This and this is a mark of the beast. 666, 6 foot, 6 pack. 6 figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
is the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
I get it, but I don't get it. It's very secular in my opinion. I would be okay with a guy who's upstanding, hardworking, and got stability. You don't got to be the richest man in the guy, but if you have some type of stability, it's honorable. I respect things that are honorable, no matter what you're doing. So it don't got to be the largest check.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of honorable, do you think that when you're in a relationship that females should have male friends and men should have female friends, or could have friends of the opposite sex?
Are you getting rid of your friends?
Me, I'm not doing that. I feel like there's a certain level of security you have to have when you get involved with somebody. So, if I get with a dude and he's just like, yeah, you can't have no male friends. I'm sorry. I love my friends because
let's clarify. Male friends that you're hanging out with, you may go to have drinks with, you go over their house. It's not like you can't have friends, but the engagement with these friends differs when you're in a relationship. You can't be going over Pookie house for lunch. Me and Pookie going to have lunch at his house. He cooking for me. That is not going to set well for any man.
Well, can you say why?
Why are you going over Pookie's house for lunch? Because you're hungry?
Because
he can cook.
I ask why because, again, and I hate to make this only about my experiences, but my mom's so cool with a lot of dudes, and she'll never disrespect her husband a day in her life. She has business meetings,
We're not talking about business meetings. We're talking about friends with casual encounters.
My mom has beautiful black men to the house often to just talk about life, to talk about business, to talk about family, to talk about whatever. And my stepdad, he's so cool with it. Call me, babe. Let me know if you need me to buy the groceries so you could cook your homies dinner. That's just my experience.
Wow. That and
I'm so serious. Every Sunday dinner, whether it's Bossman, whether it's my Uncle Terry, whether it's
don't stop that.
Stop
that.
Serious, every Sunday.
That's a business. That's more of a business arrangement. I'm talking about
but that's it. All has to do with perception, because we know it's business, but doesn't mean that the man have to deem it as business. It's like, nah, I don't trust him. Mm-hmm. So the average man don't want it around.
Should a woman not listen to her man if he says I don't trust him? Well, this is the same thing about giving her advice. You may see something that she can't see.
Right. But I mean, but some people accept it. If you accept it in the beginning, that it works in some dynamics and it doesn't for others. So if you paired yourself with somebody who thinks different than you, then that's something you need to address prior to getting connected with that person.
Do you not trust the dude, or do you not trust your partner?
I don't trust the dude because I know men. Mm-hmm. We are territorial. We are our greatest thing is for a woman to be loyal to us. And once she shows that loyalty, the trust heightens. It's just like I can date a woman, and if I know she's so loyal, I'm gonna give her so much. If she's not as loyal, I'm not gonna give her as much because I don't trust.
If I may speak candidly, I think in experiences where you don't trust the guy and you don't want your woman hanging out with other men, I just think that's a trigger. I don't really think it's a situational type of thing. I think that's a trigger because of maybe what you would do if you was in homeboy's position, a married, single, whatever the case may be, because you can't control how men think. You can only just trust your woman and trust who you know her to be, despite what the man's intentions are.
And anything over a couple glasses of wine or Chardonnay and some nice music, things change.
Yeah.
What is true. Drinks lowers your conscious thought pattern. So you're not even thinking, it just happened.
Well,
how many times have you heard that? Oh, it just happened. I just slipped on it.
Well, as a woman in a relationship, I'm not going to be getting drunk with a man late at night.
This is the things that I'm talking about. You going over to a Pookie house for dinner. Pookie, have a glass of wine. Starts out like that. You can't have those.
Gotta be Pookie.
Well, I'm just saying, don't put yourself in a. It's just like having a person that hasn't eaten, and then you set this nice meal, this morsel in front of him. He's gonna
a lot will.
He's gonna
not every man, but
he's gonna eat. Most men.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about no anomaly, no shameless plug on the album.
Hey, say that again.
I'm not talking about an anomaly.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Yeah. Anomaly.
So that's why he's saying that, because we know how other men think. My thing have always been the opposite. Even with I've had friends that was married. I didn't hang out with them a lot because I didn't want their wives thinking that I may be influencing them. I know how to where I'm not out there like that. I never been, that type of dude. So
I agree.
I get it. I've had women to come over to the house and have dinner. Long time ago.
He said, let's clarify, long ago.
And it was nothing. It was just dinner, and that was it. It was I didn't have nothing, no trick up my sleeve.
Did you cook the dinner?
I cooked the dinner.
Oh, so you so you was a cooker.
Yeah, I'm a cooker. But my life has changed. I only cook for
to each his own.
I have a thing.
You get past my threshold once, you get a grace. The next time,
meet at my house.
You're gonna have to deal with suave.
Oh my goodness.
You're gonna have to
silk
deal with
robe,
Suave.
man.
Oh my goodness.
The silk robe and the mayans.
I must say this has been a very good show. I hope that
Absolutely.
you guys tune in next week and listen in for as we post up next week's topic. But
Let's
I wanna
close.
give you
Yeah. Sound like you was going into your, what you do.
Well, she already did the real spit. You said that earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
So-
He was lying.
Yeah, she did do it.
He was
Yeah.
lying.
Look at him winding up. You saw him winding up. Like,
Glasses start getting
Yeah.
foggy. Don't
Yeah.
get upset, little Trevor.
we come to the real spit portion of the show. And what I'm going to do with the real spit portion of the show is it's wrapping the show up and in a conclusion, right?
Okay.
So I'll ask you one more question, and your closing comments will be the real spit portion of the show. Fair enough?
Absolutely.
Okay. Why or do you think that men or people in general in your generation are and or why are scared of commitment?
Yes.
So while she's coming up with her answer, thank you guys for tuning in. Also, look out for Irvin's album. Visit Swank whenever you get the opportunity. Irvin's album is called Anomaly, and she'll be coming out soon. She is one of Irvin's artists, so look out for her as well. So now,
I'm gonna
go
whisper this.
ahead.
I'm gonna whisper this in
Go
your
ahead.
ear. So he won't.
You got to
hear.
mention in the cut as
So-
well.
So
In the cut, if you want a fresh,
okay, after
sharp fade.
Okay. So let me so whisper this in your ear. They can't hear me, right?
Got it.
So Trevor got his nerve with asking you that question because he just started. He's engaged now. He didn't
Oh, that's
always
beautiful.
believe. He was afraid of commitment. But he don't hear us. Petrified.
Oh my
So I'm
God.
just-
It's just between you and I.
Yeah.
Got it. Copy that.
That's going to be on next week's show. So Dash will address that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's my time to answer.
Yes.
Short and brief. I do think they're scared of commitment. It's just too many options, and people don't have self-control. I think that men, they like, okay, I got a good girl, whatever. Go to the club. Wow, she's beautiful. I like this. And again, I don't know how explicit I could go, but my mom also told me the only thing better than good cooch is new cooch. So
Well,
you might have a good one at home, but if you find a new one, you don't really analyze how good you got it because it's a new feeling. So, I'm 50-50. I do have friends that are married, engaged. I'm 25, settling down, and I got friends that are, horning it up. So it don't work no more. So, I don't know.
yeah.
And with that being said,
Thank you for coming. We enjoyed you.
I enjoyed myself. I had so much
And
fun.
new, yeah.
Yeah, where can we find you? Where can they find you?
That you can find me everywhere: YouTube, Twitter, Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify. Ariana Shalee,
Spell it. Yeah.
ArianaShalee. Ariana Shalee. It's good tunes, and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you
It was
for
such
coming.
an honor.
Hey.
It was an honor having you. And new
Cheers.
new coochie ain't always better.
just
Coochie.
call us Uncle Spitt'n Pollaseedz.
Uncle
Yeah.
Spitt'n Pollaseedz, there it is.
Said new ain't always better, but
No.
you have to. Never
Yeah, go ahead, Irv. Go ahead.
No,
I was
no.
gonna say you gotta find out.
I'm just saying, in order to find that out,
You
The
gotta
only
test
time
it
you
out
find it
anyway.
out. That's the only way you find
I'm
out.
not encouraging
No,
anything.
we're not encouraging
Heaven-
anyone. That's
Heavens, no.
like drinking and driving. Yeah.
And that is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean,